morning and welcome to Daily Glow. Today we are going to do a forecast about the energies and what could unfold between now and the solstice. I'm going to call it the summer solstice because I am in the northern hemisphere. But the next solstice coming up June 21st. This solstice has been coming up in a lot of readings. Also, June has been coming up in a lot of readings, not only my own, but other readings, other readers' readings. So I've been wanting to check in with this. I am going to do an energy check-in for each sign, but I'm going to try to keep it quick. I don't know. We'll see. We'll see what happens. We'll see what happens. I do want to go to the Celtic Festival later today, so I gotta keep it moving. All right, let's start the timer and start with a general message. So we're going to start with a general message. Let's see. Let's start with, oh, we have here the Amenti Oracle that I've not used on this channel before. Let's put this here. We also have the Citadel Oracle. But let's start with start with tarot. Thank you. Oh, new beginning. Look at that. New beginning. So I call it an energy portal when it's sort of like an energy tunnel that brings you from one place to another place, energetically speaking. And I don't know when it began, but we are in some sort of energy portal that will conclude probably at the summer solstice, but at some point around the solstice, at some point in June, and I believe it's the solstice. Okay, thank you. Okay, so this is a very general message for everyone. Where there was confusion or delusion, disillusionment, and not knowing which path to focus on, you've been trying a lot of different things, or we've been trying a lot of different things, like a little bit of this, a little bit of that. That was too much. Okay, maybe a little bit more like this, right? You've been trying different things like, oh, okay, that didn't work. Let's try it this way. Now we're coming into a new energy, and we're in alignment. We're in alignment and knowing that we're drawing in that which is in alignment with us. Not yet. This is what's coming in. And then something comes in because you're now in alignment. So you've been through a process of knowing what works and what doesn't work. Okay, and then for a lot of my viewers, this is about love, and this is about a partnership. This is about a relationship, or if you're not in any kind of connection, it's about magnetizing your best partner, your divine partner into your life. Okay. Okay. So that's the general message. We're going to focus on, I guess it is a love reading. It's also a spiritual reading. General message, please. I hold purity in high esteem. Okay. Interesting. I wasn't going to use the book, but I need to use the book. This book is called Living with a Feather Heart, and it comes with the Amenti Oracle. And this is actually a really cool book. Like, very rarely do I read the book that comes with the tarot and oracle card, like as a book, but this is actually a really cool book. It really is, and I recommend this set. It's the back of the book. Let's see. I hold purity in high esteem. One moment. Okay, so I'm going to show you the picture here. I hold purity in high esteem. Purity is the state in which a substance is free from contamination, pollution, or anything that debases the matter materialized. Just one moment. Out of context, the notion of this ideal may evoke feelings and memories tied to overzealous philosophies on chastity, other dogmatic tenets of belief, but contextualized as an ideal in relationship with perennial philosophy and the embodiment of nature as the manifested energies of the universe, we may be reminded that purity is something to be held in esteem so that the inner spirit is refined enough for the soul of the natural world to reverberate through conscious awareness. In learning how to cleanse, activate, and purify our life force centers, we accelerate our awareness and ascension. So we've been in a process of learning to work with finer energies and purifying the body and spirit so that we could be in alignment with something higher, basically. And that's the general message. Thank you. I'm going to move this here, yes. Yes. Okay, and then on the bottom of the deck, actually, as I was about to put them away, I praise. Let's move that closer so you can see. I praise the goddess and the god. That's the divine masculine and the divine feminine nature within us, within nature, and within the divine. Actually, I need to pull out the divine guidance cards. These are my own oracle cards that I created. We have shame and intention. Read, connection, material, and locked up. Yeah. Book. Okay. Okay, I'm pulling out the Psychic Tarot Oracle deck. Tell me about shame. There's a lot of energy around shame. And the sacral chakra. Yeah. That's the that's this and yeah, in relationships. Okay, yeah. Okay. So shame around the sacral chakra, shame around how one conducts oneself. How do I say this? It's the sexual chakra, okay? So shame around that. Interesting. And then where do these go? Harmony, recognition, and reward. Yeah. Am I reading? Yeah, yes. Yeah, there's been a focus on, thank you. Oh, and then heart chakra. Okay. There's been a focus on the material because of shame at the sacral chakra. This is a collective energy that a lot of people are working with, that resonates with people who are watching this. When the sacral chakra feels shame, there is a focus on the material, but the material, the root chakra cannot, the energy center cannot compensate for the sacral, not really. So the answer, of course, is connection and harmony, which also ironically brings the material into balance. This is that triangle, which I have channeled before, that I was told about in a previous channeling last year, that they are bringing this collective into a more stable state of prosperity, which the triangle represents. And with this card, I'm actually getting locked in, not locked up. I usually see this as like, I don't know, often this card comes out as sort of a negative or like a restriction. But in this case, I'm being told it's not restriction. It's when the lines of harmony are totally secure or totally, I don't know, they're locked in. They're all totally supporting each other and it's completely stabilized. Stabilized, that's the word I was looking for. Okay, and then something about the heart chakra. Mm, mm, moving on from something. Also, the situation will get better because it's shifting. Something's shifting. All of nature is supporting your evolution. And as the seasons of nature shift and the seasons of your life shift, your life also will shift naturally. But we are coming to a culmination point, is what I'm being told. We're coming to a culmination point. That's what this solstice is a culmination point. And at a culmination point is a time where you've released or you will release. I'm not sure on the timing on that. And so this is sacrifice, letting go. And what's the other thing they were saying? And um, experiencing consequences or reaping rewards. Mm. There's a warning here because this is what you can manifest, or this is what you can experience through this energy portal, is total healing. Or I don't want to say, I mean, when I say total healing, I mean like on a spiritual level. I'm not, yeah, I don't know if there's things that you may not be able to physically heal from. I don't know about all that, but I'm saying total spiritual healing, great, profound emotional healing, and bringing into balance and connection with the universe. And this also comes with a really, it really lights up your aura when you are in when you're in that space and you're living like that, and then you start to receive a lot of recognition. You become very magnetic. It gives you sort of a star power, as it were, just because of the way that people recognize your energy subconsciously. However, it's upside down, which means it's not in alignment yet. So that is the warning to my viewers, is this is what you can have, but we're not there yet. So how do we get there? I need to change decks. Okay. Energy Oracle cards. I would clear the space, but actually this is a pretty, I don't know, the way that this message is, I will forget if I don't have the cards out. The world. Yes, something needs to be completely ended and let go of. And that will take you up to the next level. There's also two cards denoting travel right on top of each other. Travel, travel. So there's a great moving on from something, and it can involve physical movement, victory, and storm warning. In order to be victorious, you have to embrace the storm. Remember, it said the seasons of life, the seasons of nature, as things and energies naturally shift and change, these are working in your favor. So it's very important to release, surrender. I see this card and I think of that phrase, let go and let God, in whatever sense, you think of God, let go and let God. Thinking woman. It came out upside down. So I think the message is um, don't overthink. Don't rely too much on one facet of your decision-making process, which is mental, and that's regardless of gender. Metatron is said to be, and we have Gabriel. Okay. Metatron is said to be the angel of twin flames. For those who believe in that, he's said to be the angel who guides divine counterparts towards each other. And Gabriel, um, actually have to look at that one. Oh, and then on the bottom of the deck, I have Door to Romance. Yeah. Through the course of this energy, purification, and alignment, we are, those of us who connect with this collective, being brought into a greater harmony and harmonization in relationships. And those who need to be connected with a partner or being connected with their partner. For those that it's time to do that. Okay, Gabriel, expressing emotions and ideas, truthful expression, communication, profound value, never deny your profound and integral value. Speak up for yourself, let your words flow. Now is the time to express yourself freely and fully. Okay. This coming before Metatron and the Door to Romance. And then this card, even though I said it in the future position, it was the first card that I flipped. So the message here is don't overthink, express and communicate. Since I have this out, I'm going to go ahead and look up Metatron real quick and see if there's a message there. Okay, Metatron is the angel associated with the third eye and a clear vision, insight, and understanding, clarity in your thought process. Okay, so not overthinking, but having clarity in your thought process. A new perspective, confusion is cleared, deeper insight into your life and why things are happening the way that they are, and a time to focus on your personal vision, the insight that you need to create a vibrant life. Okay. Okay, now I'm going to clear some energy, and now we're going to go into the signs. And as always, I will put the timestamps in the description box. For some of you or some of us, there has been too much of a focus on the material. That's what I'm being told. So that's something that needed or needs to be clarified. Great, that's a new word. That needs to be cleared and purified. Okay, let's see. Let's see. What do I want to work with? We're gonna start with Aries. You know what? I'm gonna do something I've never done before. This is my treasure box, Aries. I'm going to pick this one is speaking to me. This is a heat-treated amethyst citrine. It's just gorgeous. Okay, what else is speaking to me for Aries? What do we have? Oh, you. Okay. What is this? Hmm. I don't know, but it's telling me that it resonates with clarity and truth and stability. Okay. What's this one? Sunshine. Hope. Okay. And also I'm getting this one. That's an agate. That's beautiful. Some people, Aries, some of you may be struggling with addiction or overcoming addiction, but this beautiful agate, it looks like a Botswana agate, but I'm not sure exactly what kind of agate it is. This agate helps you to live your values, and also it soothes, and yeah, it's very soothing in a way that strengthens you. Okay, that's for you, Aries. Trying to get that to focus down here again. No, hopefully the focus comes back. I hate when it does that. Okay, message for Aries. Aries, something is leaving your life within the next 8 weeks, but this will bring more balance into your life. It could be a loss of a job or a financial loss. I'm seeing a car breaking down. Yes, could be car trouble, or it could actually be a person. For some, it's a relationship, even a marriage ending. You will feel stuck at first and you'll feel sad. You won't know how to move forward immediately. Yes, for some people, it's car trouble. So for some Aries, it is a relationship, and for some, it's car trouble that will really affect you financially. Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. I know this is easier for me to say than it is to actually live, but try not to resist the changes that are coming your way, because it is clearing out your life for this better alignment and this balance and alignment that we were talking about in the general message. Okay. And one moment, I'm going to just try to channel message for you. Yes. Okay. So even though financial hardships are coming in, um, I'm being told that what you wanted isn't necessarily what you needed, and they don't want you. I know, again, this is easier said than done. They don't want you to worry about money because I don't know, because it's going to get better somehow. They're also telling me crystal for you is bloodstone. I don't know if I have a bloodstone in here specifically. Yeah, I don't think I have a bloodstone here. A bloodstone is for inner strength. Hang on, I have a bloodstone bracelet. Let me grab that. Okay, that's bloodstone. So if you can get yourself a bloodstone or a bloodstone bracelet, that is what is being recommended for you at this time, Aries. over this course of energy that you're moving through in the next 8 weeks. Please know that you do not have to manifest these exact situations, okay? That if you don't resonate with that, you don't have to accept that. But if you do manifest situations like this, it's because your self and your spirit desires renewal and change. And you are protected, especially as you connect with your higher self, you will feel more lucky and you will feel protected, okay? So try to tune into your higher self during this time. Try not to fight the changes that are happening. Thank you, Aries. By the way, as I'm doing signs, so these are for your sun, moon, and rising sign. Also, some people watch for their Venus sign or their node or their Jupiter. I've even seen people watch for their Jupiter sign. Okay. Oh, I forgot I had my coffee. That's good. Okay. Okay, so Taurus placements. Did we do the crystals first? Hold on. Okay, Taurus, these. Oh, yeah, okay, fine. Okay, that's too many though. Taurus, I see abundance for you, healing trauma, healing the heart, health healing, clarity, communication, definitely some sort of like wish fulfillment or something is manifesting. Your energy is very powerful right now, and you are powerfully protected. Powerfully protected, you are releasing energies that were tied to really old traumas, and you just have a lot of peace now. And you also are much healthier. You feel much healthier right now. You are either in love or you are in a relationship. You also, this can be like the love that a parent feels for their child. Um, so this is a very deep, sweet, and darling love, either for a partner or a child. That's the space, that's the primary space that you're in right now. But some of you may be getting married or having a baby, so it can be the beginning of that. Yeah. Yeah, some of you are going to have a baby. Some of you are going to receive a proposal. Conflict is moving out of your life. Yeah, I do see there's been a lot of conflict and there's been regret. It's possible for some of you that somebody is going to apologize and that you will receive an apology. You're attracting all of this because you are so heart-centered right now. You are so like in love with life and heart-centered right now. So the conflict and feeling like you have to fight for things or compete, that energy is totally moving out of your life. You are letting things go. And then you're bringing in some sort of beautiful new beginning of something, which for some can be a child coming in to your life. Others, it can be an apology. Yeah, a karmic situation is leaving your life, or a situation that made you feel trapped is leaving your life, Taurus. Yeah, it was a big burden. Too much responsibility. You had to carry too much. If it was a person, it was somebody that you had to carry, somebody who didn't pull their own weight, somebody who expected too much of you, and you were just tired and exhausted all the time. You have handled that situation with a lot of restraint and grace. I'm hearing grace. And yes, all of that is going in the past. And you have a new and yeah, yeah, somebody coming in fast. Okay, actually, I had talked about this in a previous reading that these are the two archetypes of the kinds of couples basically, and I have to kind of cover up their bodies here, but the devil card shows the karmic couple there, and the lovers card shows the heaven blessed couple or the divine counterparts, however you want to look at that. So this is coming into alignment and this is going out. And it's coming in pretty fast. So we're looking at an 8-week window of energy. It could be coming in within the next 8 weeks. That's what I'm being told. Taurus, okay, and I'm being told to channel. Okay, give me a moment. Taurus. Oh God. They said what you think is happening is much less than what is actually happening. There's a lot actually happening that you're not aware of. Somebody may be making plans. They say relax and don't try to control events. Enjoy your life, trust the wait, embrace uncertainty. Everything is possible. Feel the power that comes from focusing on how you want to feel. Oh, I'm not saying that. Okay. Yes, everything is going to be good. You've had to control yourself with a great deal of grace and restraint and patient. You're so patient, Taurus. And the requirement, the need for patience is moving out of your life. Your life is going to require a lot less patience than it had. I know um, it was really testing the limits of your patience, which is a profound level of patience, and it's going to open up. Yes, it's opening up into sunshine. There is some change coming in quickly. Do not chase people who are leaving. That is what I am being told. Some people who may have played games, some people in your life who are inconsiderate, people who may have had agendas. Don't overthink it. Don't try to get the last word in. Don't wallow. Just let them go. That's what I'm being told. Try to be very, they're showing me like a feather floating down, like like a downy feather, like floating down through the air. Okay, be very easy about it all. They're saying that you deserve this. What's coming in, you deserve this. Release your fears and move forward with certainty and faith. Okay, that's what I have for you, Taurus. Mm. Mhm, 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 mhm. Okay. Mhm. Okay, Gemini. Hmm. We have hmm. Okay, we have a couple. Yeah, that makes sense. We have some of the same things. Interesting. Yes, there's so much clarity. That's the number one word or theme that's coming out here, Gemini, for you right now. You have so much clarity and it's really strengthening your manifestations because when you focus your power of thought, which is considerable, and you know exactly what you want, then it's much easier for you to manifest what you want because you know what you want and you're clear on that. You also have peace. Your aura is really glowing right now. We were kind of talking about that, weren't we? Like that star card. I feel that for you, Gemini, right now, I don't feel that you struggle with that so much. I do feel that you are in alignment and your aura is glowing. That is what I'm getting. That's nice. You have a lot of clarity, peace, and focus right now. That's what I'm getting. Gemini. Yes, you are very wise at this time, and you're also probably working with traditions and ancestors. You are, yes, you've been releasing, you've grieved something, yeah. You had a situation with a household, you had a household situation, possibly with a partner, but it could have been just a family or community, something that you really loved that's over and you've grieved that, but it's totally over now. You feel very balanced. You're ready for, yeah, you've healed. You're alone right now. You're in a moment. I heard the calm before the storm. You're ready for new love. You are actually on the verge of being handed something from the universe, from God. Wow. Okay, I was gonna get more cards, but I'm being told to channel now. Okay. Excuse me for Gemini placements. Oh my God. They are saying the most resilient participant we've met across all these years. The most resilient participant we've met across all these years. That's crazy. They're showing me malachite for protection and heart healing. Malachite is, okay, I have to get malachite. One moment. Malachite is also especially for healing the mother wound. Excuse me. Here's two different malachites. I love malachite. So they are recommending to you malachite at this time. I'm going to say you don't need this because, I mean, obviously, nobody needs anything, but you are like you've done this work, like you're so healing, but this is what they're showing me. Nope, I'm told to put down the cards. Okay, they've really been wanting me to work without the cards more lately. That's interesting. Okay. Yes, so malachite, and oh my God, shut up. Oh, okay. I'm sorry, guys, I can't say everything. Yes, resting, specifically in nature. Yeah, okay. They're telling me about another portal of energy, not just the one. So we've been kind of focusing in on the one. I don't know when this started, probably at the winter solstice, I would imagine. But we've been focusing on the portal of energy that is going to conclude on June 21st, and they are showing me the portal of energy that began on March 14th of this year, last month, and is concluding on September 21st of this year with a solar eclipse in Virgo. Okay, so the next part of that portal of energy, the eclipse portal, is going to be on September 7th, which is September 7th is the lunar eclipse in Pisces. That's also, I think that is also going to coincide with somebody's Venus return and somebody's Mars return, or maybe, yeah, something like that. It's either your Venus return or your Mars return, something like that. So that's really important for somebody, that September moment. It's not exactly the same date. It's just like that week is going to be really important for somebody. Yeah. Yeah. Um, okay. They're showing me something that totally ended, like a huge change, transformation. That's going into the past, and then a new like family or household situation is coming in. So like this ended, but there's a new family slash household situation like this. That's what they're showing me is coming into the future. Not yet. Yeah, they're telling me they're emphasizing something they've said before, to not feel entitled, to not feel it's interesting because there's things that we are supposed to feel entitled to, like you're entitled to take up space, you're entitled to be yourself and express yourself and all of that, but you're not entitled to anything like from another person, if that makes sense. I don't know why they're highlighting that. Um, I don't know. Okay, they said you're worth being brave. You are worth being brave, and something is reciprocated. And they're showing me communication. What is this? Something in July. They're showing me something about July. I don't know. Okay, I don't know. Something about July. What is this? Oh, okay. This is so Gemini. That's funny. They're, this is a quote that they're telling me. They want me to be one thing and I'm not one thing. You are not required to stick around for people who want you to be one thing and you're not one thing. That's what they're telling me. You're not required to stick around for that kind of treatment. You can just cut people out of your life and call it a day. That's what they said. You can cut them out and call it a day. Okay, if somebody requires or expects you to be just one thing. They're showing me frankincense. What's the symbolism of frankincense? What is frankincense? Help. It's something about righteousness. I think it's also related with, no, breath, and help me out here. Frankincense. Yeah, it's supposed to be antimicrobial or antibacterial, not antibacterial, antimicrobial. Frankincense. Communication. It opens the channels of communication with the divine. It allows you to receive messages and guidance. It's associated with communication. Inhaling the smoke of frankincense resin or its aroma is said to help clear the mind, open channels of communication, and enhance your ability to receive messages and guidance. So they're showing me frankincense. Okay. Yes, they're saying that you are being, only take this message if it resonates, please, but they're saying that you are being aligned with a divine counterpart connection, that it's not too good to be true. Ganesha is coming through. Um, didn't this come out in Taurus? I don't know. They're telling me that there's more going on that you do not know, or that there's things happening that you're not aware of yet. Yeah. They don't want you to worry. Yeah. Okay. And the not overthinking that came through in the general message. They're saying be flexible, don't overthink. Okay. They say not every ending is bad or not. Okay, what are they saying? Not every ending is associated with pain or loss. Some are enhanced with a reward for the growth that you've made. Okay. Um, as of the week that you are watching this reading, they are saying something is happening this week. Potentially something financial or something related to your home and something related to justice or protection, and that you're safe. They want you to know that you're safe. Specifically, they're saying it's safe for you. They're saying it's safe for you. They're also saying to hold a certain standard They say, any relationship that you choose to engage in, you need to feel an overwhelming amount of happiness and support. You should not feel or tolerate an imbalance in love or care. They're saying your storm is over. And that's it. Okay, yes. And that's the seasons of change in your life are bringing this in. We talked about those natural seasons of the universe and natural seasons of nature. You know that naturally tend to change things, and this is what it is doing in your life as you also align with those energies. Goodness. Okay. Thank you, Gemini. It's like a little intense. Okay. I don't have any frankincense resin right now. Okay. Cancer. Hello, Cancer. Where am I? There we go. Okay. Okay, let's see what we have for Cancer. Mhm. Cancer, your life is being purified. You are being protected and your manifestations are being protected. You received clarity. You do have, you're acting from a place of love. You are protected. You are very strong. You're not only being protected by the universe, but you are also protecting yourself. You have a lot of courage and strength and determination that's all stemming from your heart space right now. That's really beautiful. There is fear. I feel like all of this protection and self-protectiveness, there is still a lot of fear. That is something that you can try to release. Yes, you are being protected and you are safe, Cancer. You are acting from a place of love. You're acting from your heart space, so you can try to let some of that fear go. I know that's easier for me to say than it is to do, obviously. Okay. What's your sign, Cancer? The Chariot, new beginning. Yeah, you're going to get a new opportunity coming in. It actually could be something financial. You're totally not expecting this at all. This is not actually something that you thought you were manifesting, or yeah, it's a new beginning though. Yeah. So if you get some sort of unexpected opportunity or something, not necessarily like what you were really manifesting or what you thought you wanted, don't dismiss that out of hand. Like just think about it because it could be amazing. That could actually be the thing that leads to sort of a domino effect of other things. You know, how things lead to things. Yeah. As with every pile here, you are releasing something. You do have a lot of sadness. For you, it's not totally in the past yet. You're still grieving. You've not forgiven yourself. You need to forgive yourself, Cancer. You need to forgive yourself. That's what I'm getting. You're not going to allow yourself to have what you might have unless you forgive yourself. You need to allow yourself to have fun. And if you get an invitation to, yeah, if you get an invitation, you should probably take it, is what I'm getting. Even if somebody asks you out on a date and it wasn't who you expected or what you thought you wanted, you should probably go. Just casual, just have fun. Even if that person is not the person, I don't know. I'm just seeing that you need to like You need to get out of the house, Cancer. You need to go do something. I know you're sad and yes, but you need to let some new energy in. Okay, let's see what I'm getting channeled for Cancer placements. I think you need to talk to somebody. You need to talk to somebody who really will really listen to you, and actually possibly that could be a therapist. But it doesn't have to be a therapist. You know, that's so easy for people to say that you should see a therapist. And in reality, for a lot of people, it's really, really hard to find a therapist who's accepting clients, who is affordable, who takes your insurance, blah, blah, blah. Like it's actually really hard. And a lot of times, if you make an appointment, it's like 6 or 8 weeks out or something. So if you have a trusted friend or counselor or something that you can talk to, um, that might be great. Okay, they're showing me the triangle again of stabilizing, and you need to want how do I say this? You are being invited to want more for yourself, to want better for yourself. It does mean that you need to sort of crack open your shell a little bit, Cancer, and venture out and say yes to some things and try something new and all of that kind of thing because you are invited into a more stable contentment, a, a happier life. Oh, I love this. They say everyone gets to be taken care of. Nobody owes me. I don't owe anybody else. They are free. I am free. I trust myself. I trust them, and I'm ready for more. This is the energy that they're giving me. This is what they want for you. Do you understand? So the first step is that you have to forgive yourself. You have to forgive yourself. Okay. And then everyone gets to be taken care of. You can have this reciprocal open, free-flowing sort of love energy in your life where there aren't all these strings attached. It's just, I know I can feel my cancers don't like that. You don't like that phrasing, the way that I said that. Okay, they're asking you to regenerate, specifically physically. Focus on your immune system at this time, please, and focus on your physical health at this time. And they're telling me September again. So it's possible you can start something, some sort of physical regimen, some sort of healing process, um, that that you can it's interesting. They keep taking me back to the eclipse energies too. Okay, that you can experience a lot of healing or a level up in your physical health if you focus on something related to your health at this time and leading up through September. And also for somebody, they're bringing in better housing. Okay, so somebody could be getting a house if you feel like your house, maybe doesn't have enough bedrooms for your family or something like that is not adequate to your needs. They're showing me that somebody's getting the house that they need and that they're working with you on healing feelings of material lack. Yes, but they're asking you to conduct yourself in the way that is in alignment with your values. Because when you're sad and you're feeling bad and you feel bad about yourself and you've not forgiven yourself, then perhaps you may not be living up to your own values. So something to think about, like, yes, they say start living your life as lovingly and as fully as possible. Live your life on purpose. Oh, okay. And that's it for Cancer. Fluffy. Okay, Leo. Let's see what we have for Leo. Well, I'm seeing for some Leos, there may be this can sometimes be an inheritance, but it's money that comes through other people. If you're married, it can be money that comes through your spouse. So money comes into your life, but it's not through your income, Leo placements. You also have a great deal of clarity. You've come into alignment. I see a lot of physical health and financial health, and also a healing of trauma. So there's a lot of the same energies have been coming through, of course, because these are the energies that we are working with. This is a lucky time for you, Leo. That doesn't mean that everything is going to go. That doesn't mean that something unlucky may happen tomorrow and you're like, oh, she was so wrong. No, this is overall a lucky time. You will meet somebody. Oh, okay. A child. This could be a child. If you've been very worried about a child, then something about that is going to improve. Your child is okay. Yeah, and your financial situation is improving. Yes. You actually have really leveled up financially, but also, for some, your, your, you may have a child moving out. Yes, you may have a child moving out and living on their own or something like that that you've been really worried about, but it's going to go well. You're going to not be worried about it in the future, and you're going to feel much better about it. Mm, Anything else for my legal placements? Yes, specifically. Yes, definitely. Okay, for those of you who are not parents, you have been worried about somebody. So you may have been worried about your female or feminine spouse, your mother, or a child. So if you're worried about somebody, also if you've been wanting to meet somebody, I see that you will meet somebody at either in July or August, June, July, or August. Okay, June. Probably June. I'm getting June. Okay. I'm gonna channel for Leo. Oh, okay, there's a sudden change. There may have been something that scared you. Like, this is something that would have already happened. Okay, so I'm not trying to scare you, but maybe if there was like an accident or something. I'm getting frankincense again. That's crazy. Okay, frankincense came through for Gemini. Frankincense is a resin which is burned for the sort of, it's not incense, but like incense for the aroma or the smoke of it. It's associated with righteousness, and it's also associated with breath and clarity. It's associated with clarity and oh my gosh, I have to open that up again. I left the tab open. It's associated with communication, clearing the mind, opening channels of communication, and enhancing your ability to receive messages or guidance from the divine. Okay, so you can get frankincense as an essential oil, actually, also, or as a resin. Um, I don't know. This is interesting. Actually, okay, it's weird that I'm being guided to say this, but if you have dogs, please be mindful that a lot of essential oils or resins are not safe for dogs to smell or breathe in. Let me see about this one. when I burn frankincense or when I diffuse it, I do it at work, so I haven't had to worry about my dog. Yes, they say frankincense is safe for dogs when used in moderation. That's good. Not all essential, actually, most essential oil scents are not safe for dogs, just FYI. A lot of people don't know that. I didn't know that before I had a dog. You will be victorious, like you will be successful. Also, if you want, how do I say this? If you want someone to acknowledge you or recognize you, that is going to happen. So you will receive recognition and appreciation, but if you're looking for that from one specific person, then you will receive that. However, wow, they're telling me, and this is really emphasized, they're telling me, make the necessary changes. Wow, what changes are those? They say make the necessary changes. Oh, shoot. Okay. Guys, this don't shoot the messenger, but they are saying they're to focus on your health. Okay, that's what they're telling me. They're telling me to focus on your health, specifically what you are consuming, and also your level of your activity level, like exercise. They're showing me two people whose auras sort of match, or I don't know how to explain this. Two people whose auras are connected and sort of matching. Yes, they're showing me a mirror. This person is your mirror. This is your mirrored soul, somebody whose soul matches your soul. They're saying you breathe free. Okay. So when you're around somebody, yes, your soul will recognize, interesting, a soul that is like itself. And also, um, it's, I don't know how to explain this. There's a concept that when you're with somebody who has a very, very similar or same frequency to you, that it's like being alone almost. Like it's not like you're with, I don't know how to explain this. Like, okay, if you're an empath, a lot of times being with other people will sort of like pull you out of your own vibration. Or I don't know if you do this. I do this. A lot of people do this. When you're with somebody and you want to connect with them and they're not on your vibrational level, you're sort of connect with them at their vibrational level, or you'll adjust your vibration in some way or your resonance to sort of help you connect with them. And then it leaves you feeling a little bit drained or a lot drained, depending. And then you have to go like recenter so you can be yourself. Okay, you don't have to do that with this person. That's what they're showing me. You breathe free. Like you can just be yourself with this person. I should have said that from the beginning. Sometimes it's really hard to translate what I'm getting. They're saying sometimes acknowledging the truth is a process. No matter how long it took, now you know. They're showing me angel number 555. They're saying it's a clear sign from the universe or angels that changes are in store. They say these changes are not going to be difficult or negative. This will be exciting, positive change that will transform your life. Yes, they say everything is about to change. Everything is about to change. Ganesha is coming through again. He came through previously. Your life is going to be reinvigorated. I'm also seeing simplified. They're saying simplified and reinvigorated. Yes, there's a clearing or cutting away of extraneous things that may have been draining. They're showing me there's a sweet smell in the air and the wind rustling, like the wind blowing like through your hair. Okay. They're showing me malachite again. Okay. We got malachite for, was it Gemini? Okay, this is malachite. Malachite is for heart healing. Malachite is also for healing the mother wound, and it's also for protection. Anything else for Leo? They're showing me that again. Okay. They showed me that there was something in the past that was like really scary or sad or something. It was like an accident or something like that. They're showing me something like that is going to happen again, but it's different. there's a sudden change that's going to happen, but they really don't want you to be worried about it. Okay. And then the last message that is coming through is they say, be more interested in understanding other people than in being understood. Remember, a good listener is hard to come by. Be more interested in understanding people than being understood. Be a good listener. Um, okay. They're also telling me something about Venus retrograde, but Venus just went out of retrograde. Venus just went out of retrograde on the 12th. So Venus is now stationing direct. Okay, it's possible that something may have been delayed because Venus was retrograde. I'm not sure if I'm like 100% understanding this, but yes, Venus is out of retrograde now, or is coming out of retrograde. So something that had been delayed may start coming through, but you have to understand these things are slow moving. Yes, if you're wondering if somebody sees you or hears you or is aware of you or recognizes you or appreciates you, something like that, okay, some sort of energy like that. Like if you wonder if they say, "Can you hear me? Can you hear me?" They do. They do hear you. Yes, they're asking you to continue focusing on moderation and self-discipline, your health, and they say also don't overdo things, okay? As you focus on your health, don't overdo things. Okay, that's what I'm getting for Leo. Okay, and then for those Leos who did not log off yet, we did have this fall on the floor, okay? And so that is also a message for Leo. Somebody didn't see something or didn't recognize something, and it may be you, okay? So you or somebody else didn't see, recognize, or acknowledge something, but it is reciprocated. The feelings are reciprocated, and you have a true love connection coming in. Yes, okay. Okay, and that is it for Leo. I'm not going to drop any more cards. And Virgo, let's see what we have for Virgo. So I don't know what this is. This is beautiful. Virgo, you also have physical healing coming in to some degree. There's an energy that supports your physical health, let's put it that way, coming in. Also, your structures are good, okay, is what I'm being told. Your structures are good and you are supported. Your structures are supporting you and there is support for you. There's some uncertainty for you, Virgo, that you feel uncertain about something and they're reassuring you. You have a lot more alignment than you think you do. You are more in alignment, Virgo, than you think that you are. And this is for Virgo placements. Yes, you don't realize that you're in alignment, but you are. You do need to allow more flow into your life. You need to let go of some things. These could be physical things or people. It could be a decluttering of your space, or it could be a decluttering of your emotional life. So that would benefit you to have more flow. But your structures are good, is what I'm being told. Your basic foundations of your life are good. You have already begun a new chapter, and you're going to continue to um, magnetize to you resources that you need. It's okay if you don't know how everything's going to work out yet. Keep doing the good work that you are already doing, because you are in alignment and you are magnetizing what you need. And this message, Virgo, has not come through for any other sign. So please, you really don't give yourself enough credit. They also want you to have more fun, Virgo. That's hilarious. I'm just saying, because of like the general um, stereotype about Virgos. I think that's really funny. Yes, they say just choose something fun. Just go ahead and do something frivolous, even. Something is going to happen within the next few weeks for you, Virgo. Something is going to fall apart. It is not going to be so close to home that they don't want you to worry about this. It's going to bring freedom. Something that falls apart is going to bring more freedom. They're telling me again about the solar eclipse that's coming up in September. For some of you, confirmation, this aligns with your birthday month. Okay, so for those of my Virgos who have birthdays in September, um, the lunar or solar eclipse in September is going to align with your birthday, and that's extremely powerful. You feel stuck right now. Um, you are not as stuck as you think you are, Virgo. In a sense, you're not stuck at all. They are telling me when you are happily moving along in the direction of what you are wanting, the things are just going to fall into place as you need them. It does help, though, if you stay in flow by letting things go and letting things come and letting things go. It's going to be a bit uncomfortable. Sometimes it's going to be boring, or sometimes it's going to be a little hard. It's not going to be very hard, especially if you embrace the discomfort. You are so supported. Some of you have a divine counterpart. It's not for everyone, but some of you have a divine counterpart. Even some of you, actually, I'm getting, have a divine counterpart on the other side who is supporting you. For some of you, you may have a soulmate who is incarnated, who is on Earth now, who is sending you supportive vibes. Nevertheless, one way or another, you are so loved and supported, more so than you realize. You also, this is so sweet. Again, going to the stereotype of Virgos, but they're telling me you are enough. You are enough. You don't have to do more. You don't have to be more, Virgo. You are enough now as you are. Go gently forward and don't create stories to try to explain. Just let things unfold. Trust that it's all working out for you. You'll see that it's all working out for you. Some of you will receive a windfall, yeah, or some sort of unexpected income. Yes, and some of you will lose somebody during this time. Yes, somebody could be leaving your life, and that is hard. That is hard. Some of you are being brought into alignment with your soulmate or divine counterpart. You are being protected, though, is what I'm being told. For some of you, the soulmate who's coming in will be your protector. Yes, and again, I see the windfall. Okay, nice. And that's all I have for Virgo. Mhm. Okay. And we are halfway through the zodiac. Let's do Libra. Mhm. Libra, you are being very grounded at this time in a positive way. If your energies have felt scattered, you're going to feel a lot more peace and security. This is also a very lucky time for you. You're going to feel a lot of joy. This is for Libra placements. Yes, you have either you've been very confused. You were wrong about something. That's specifically what I'm being told. You were wrong about something. Okay. Well, you don't have to be like that. You may have been wrong about a lot, is what I'm being told. Okay. Sorry, Libra. Okay, but here's the thing. The important thing is that you are manifesting what you want. So the changes that are coming in are leading you exactly where you want. This is actually a very lucky time for you. There's something almost about ignoring, like it almost doesn't matter what you were delusional about or what you were wrong about. Like it almost doesn't even matter because when when you are in alignment with what you want, the rest falls away. And you do have a development coming in over the next couple of months. I'm also being told 2 years. So specifically in a broader sense, you're going through a profound change that your life will transform over the next 2 years. Something is going to come in unexpectedly. Yes, you may be totally misunderstanding something, and you may be trying to manifest something that you think you want, but all of your manifestation powers are actually pulling in something that you will actually really like a lot more than the thing that you thought you wanted. Yes, because you're actually not, there's something you're not understanding, or there's something that's hidden from you. Um, for instance, this is just an example, but you may be totally obsessed with somebody right now, Libra, who you think you want, and you've not yet met the person who you actually would be so happy with. That this is actually like you may think you're manifesting a specific person, but you're actually manifesting somebody else that you'll be much happier with. And the only reason that you don't know this person yet, like you're not aware of this yet. Yes. So your higher self is manifesting exactly what you want, so it almost doesn't matter. But I think they're telling me this to tell, they want you, when this person comes in, or when this thing comes in, when this situation comes in, they want you to be a little more open-minded, because what comes in may be unexpected or may seem unexpected. They want you to trust your higher self and your divine understanding more. That's all. Okay, I'm being told to channel now. I want to turn this around. It's bothering me that it's upside down. Yes, trust yourself, Libra. Oh, yeah, you're fighting too much. They say that you're fighting a daily internal battle, and some of you may feel like you're holding on by a thread. They want you to know that others are inspired by you, and some of you actually have a secret admirer. They're trying to align you with that. Whether you literally have a secret admirer right now, somebody whom you don't know or don't know about, who's watching you, and really, they're really attracted to you. And this person might be coming into your life, okay? Whether that person is already aware of you or not, or whether this is something that's going to be coming in. They're aligning you with this gorgeous love, this incredible love, and they want you to trust that it may not be what you expected at, what you thought that you wanted. Libra, that's what they're telling me. They say, how do I explain this? They say you look so good in love. You're going to look so good in love. You are going to feel happier, softer, more relaxed. You're going to feel proud. You carry yourself differently in this energy. You're going to have a home, a beautiful home full of love. This is going to be such a blessing to you. Your life will be filled with music, dancing, poetry, and happiness. So they really want you to trust what they're doing here. Yes, they also say if you've doubted this, they say, yes, this is really happening. Yes, true love. it's really happening. The path is being opened up before you, and everything that you need is falling into place. This message came forward actually with was it I can't remember, was it Gemini? Okay, so you are the second air sign. Gemini is the first air sign. And once again, they're telling me Libra, the most resilient participant that they've met across all these years. That's the phrase that I'm being given. The most resilient participant we've met across all these years. You've been so resilient, Libra. I have a horned deity coming through, a horned goddess perhaps is coming through. She says she's working with your energy. She says, let's get you there. I also have bride coming through, or Bridget, depending on how you say that. She says there are so many people in your life who are encouraging you to ignore your boundaries, to ignore your limits, to ignore your needs. It is making you miserable, and they don't want that for you. The universe is providing a way for you. Things are aligning. Everything is finally coming together. Get ready to receive. It's all happening for you. They say you have to be willing to experience some discomfort. You have to know that this could hurt, but you're willing to do it anyway. And I think it's not going to hurt. That's what I feel like, is that it's actually not, this is what they have in store for you is not painful, but you have to be willing to experience that. They also want, they're giving me sort of like an affirmation for you. There is no version of my life in which I'm not thriving. Okay, that's your affirmation. There is no version of my life in which I'm not thriving. They want you to not cling to things, to be more open. Yes, a new chapter has begun. Mm-hmm. Yeah. If you feel like this doesn't resonate, then they're telling you to shift your energy and realign, because they are aligning you with this. If that makes sense, like you can be in alignment with this. That's what they're saying. Some of you are really doubting. They're saying this can even happen within the next few weeks. This could happen next month. Yeah, they're reiterating this beautiful love, like this softness. You feel beautiful, you feel proud, you're happy. There's like art and beauty and romance and music and dancing and joy in your life. This is what they're showing me. This is what they're aligning you with. They need you to believe in it. Yes. They they want you to focus on what you have control of. So like your work, your self-discipline, your personal decisions that you make day to day, what risks you are available for or not available for, depending on your values and alignment. Okay. This way you will not be disappointed, okay? Because I think that you've been putting too much expectation perhaps on specific people. And they're really asking you to open up to what they're trying to bring in for you, okay, Libra? And that is your message, Libra. Scorpio. Oh, there goes the back. Scorpio, how are you today? Hmm, interesting. Mhm. You have extreme clarity right now, Scorpio. But I'm also getting a little bit of a judgmental vibe. You are judgmental, aren't you? my dears. It's not always a bad thing. You have a lot of courage right now. I feel resolve. I feel a strong focus and resolve. This sort of focus and resolve. Oh yeah, that's yeah, you are very strong right now. Okay, yes, that's what I was getting. Okay. You are very strong right now, like you're very determined. But it's not that desperate sort of determination. It's the sort of determination which is magnetic because it is very peacefully determined. However, there's a sharpness here that is bordering on judgment. I don't know if that's a bad thing or not. We'll channel into that in a moment. Um, Many of you, I believe, are in love or someone is in love with you. Now, for some people, this could be not love related, but I think I'm just going to focus on it being love related because that's kind of what this reading is about, based on the general message. Mm. As this is something that you've been resistant to, this is something that you've been resistant to based on your values and also society's expectations and your desire for stability and but also yeah, your values. So you thought something wasn't in alignment with your values. No, I'm being told to channel now. Okay. For Scorpio, please. Okay. They're showing me Plutonic energy, which is Scorpio. It's Pluto is the ruler of Scorpio. Okay. Pluto is called the destroyer. They're saying many things may be destroyed at this time, and the destruction will be ruthless if you defend them with rigidity. The actions of this influence upon unyielding entities are particularly harsh. Therefore, you should simply allow the things of the past to fade and allow the future to be born on the ruins. The potential for positive change is great. They're giving me a song. It's from a musical. It's called Memory. I think it's from the musical Cats. Memory, all alone in the moonlight. I can dream of the old days. Life was beautiful then. Daylight, I must wait for the sunrise. I must think of a new life and I mustn't give in. A new day will begin. Okay. Um, Clarify. Something is materializing. Okay, if you've prayed for something, they're saying that they've heard your prayers. They hear you. That's what they say. They hear you, and what you want is coming. It's going to materialize. Okay. They say you deserve to feel protected in your romantic relationships. You deserve to feel protected and safe in your connections, romantically and also platonically. But we're kind of focusing on romance. You deserve to feel safe and protected. They know that you're so afraid to see people. You're afraid to get close to people. Good news is coming. Yeah, it's going to seem small at first, but it's actually something that you've been manifesting. Okay. So it's not going to come in, with a clap of thunder or bells or whistles. It's going to be perhaps an invitation. Perhaps you go to an event and you bump into someone. It's going to be little. It's going to start out little. You make it an apology. I'm not sure what this is. They're saying, I'm sorry that you went through that. I'm sorry that I made choices that hurt you. Somebody may be apologizing to you. I'm sorry that I believed you were unworthy. A new chapter has begun. So I'm not sure what that is. That could be a channeled message from your person, or somebody may be coming in and saying that to you. It's time for you to heal. That's what they're saying. It's time for you to heal now. They're showing me again something that they showed with one of the, we got this with one of the previous signs, and I'm sorry, I don't remember which one now. But they're showing me the two auras that match. Yes, two matching auras that are connected. So meeting somebody who's on the same resonance as you, they want you to release judgmental people. Okay, because I was picking up on that judgment. You've got a touch of that judgmental energy in you. You may connect with that same energy in others, okay, because you resonate with that, because you judge people. You also have been connecting with people who are judgmental. They want you to release that. They don't want you evaluating people so much. It's good to live with discernment, but they want you to be less judgmental and connecting with people who are judgmental less. They want you to release the connections that they're trying to take out of your life at this time. That doesn't mean that you have to stop being friends with people. It's about a little bit more distance, perhaps. They don't want you, they're trying to move outwards from, they're trying to move, okay, people who resent you for not being something or not doing something, they are moving those people further out of your life. People who resent you for doing things that are hurtful to you or giving or over giving, right? If you don't act or, overgive in a way that they want you to, and then they resent you for that. Those kinds of connections are being moved outwards. Again, you don't have to break up with these friends. They're just being moved further away from you, and they want you to surrender to that process. They're trying to distance you from people who have been draining your energy. They want you to know that you are enough. That came through with the Virgo reading too. You are enough. You do enough. You are a kind person, and you are a good person, and you are a generous person, and it's enough. Yeah, you've been too hard on yourself, actually, especially in regards to how you look. And this goes back to something from when you were a child. This may go back to childhood trauma. I see. They want you to make peace with how you look. Yeah. Trauma has an effect on our physical body often. They don't want you to, yeah. Um, you may have neglected your needs at times in your life. So there's a forgiveness here. They want you to know that you've also really been there for yourself. So don't beat yourself up. You have come to learn how to love yourself and take care of yourself. And also, you are very loved. They want you to know that you're very loved. But you have surrounded yourself with people who've had sort of either empty love for you, like sort of like it's a very superficial level of love, or perhaps it's there was intimacy and you've had commitment and intimacy, but somehow it's not what am I trying to say? Yeah, they're trying to connect you with a fuller and deeper kind of love that has more than just intimacy and commitment, even though those things are great. Oh yeah, no, they're calling it consummate love. It is intimacy, passion, commitment, spiritual resonance. It's everything. That's what they're telling me. It's everything. Okay. And it's stable. It's that stabilized triangle shape that they've been showing me. They want you to give it up to God or give it up to the universe. Okay, that came through in the general message too, that idea of surrendering. They say, thy will be done and let it go. Thy will be done and let it go. That's easier said than done. They're showing me an airplane, somebody traveling by airplane, and they also say that things may develop much slower than you had expected. Okay, things may have been developing very slowly because you've been resisting the changes that they're trying to do in your life. They say try not to resist the changes. Wow, okay. Let life live through you. Do not worry if you're, this is a Rumi quote, actually. Yes, this is a Rumi quote. Okay. Let life live through you. Do not worry that your life is turned upside down. How do you know that the side you are used to is better than the one that is to come? I'm sorry. I'm sorry. You need to forgive yourself, but also somebody may be apologizing. Something may be changing with your job. They're showing me healthy, happy job, and also sharing and something about resisting capitalism. Some of you may be coming in as some sort of a co-op or something. I don't really know what that's about. Okay, I have Santa Muerte is coming through, whose indigenous name is Mictacasahwaddle. She wants you to believe and have faith that she's not going to lead you somewhere that you're not supposed to be. She's showing me a big room by a lake or a river with a big window. Well, okay, that's too much. There's something about justice and being decisive. That was too fast. I didn't understand that. She's saying that she's been working with you for 8 years. 8 years. What was 8 years ago? Is that like 2018? 18, 19, 20, 21, 22. Yep, since 2018. Okay, so something that's been this is like a big energy portal that's been happening for you since 2018. This is actually a Venus revolution, not a Venus cycle, not a Venus return, but a Venus revolution takes 8 years. Things that are hidden from you, except perhaps in dreams. Only in dreams have you been able to touch this. They want you to know that it's safe. Yes, you're going to be receiving money. Okay. Yes, and a cycle is closing out. You are going to reap what you have sown. This is a gentle change. Yes, they don't want you to be afraid of this, even though a cycle is closing out. This is a gentle change that's going to be good for you. They're trying to, okay, they're trying to bring you what is yours. That's what they're telling me. They're trying to bring you what is yours. Okay. Yes. Again, I'm getting reinvigoration and healing, and also that simplification. This came through in a different pile. I don't remember which one. Yeah, healing and feeling refreshed and reinvigorated, but some things are cut out of your life. Yes, definitely some things are going to be cut out of your life. You're being separated from certain things and people, and you may need to travel. You may be being moved. There's something about your job and there's something about money. Okay. We have Heavenly Father or Jupiter or Zeus is coming through now. Healing. He's bringing healing. They're healing you. Yes, if you're being separated from people, people that you may have thought that you needed, but if you're being separated from people that you thought you needed, you need to trust that it is for your healing. But they're not separate. They want you to know they're not separating you from everybody, and that there are people around you who you can talk to who are good for you to talk to, that it's healing and helpful. Yes, there's going to be some sort of surprise and it's going to be wonderful. It's going to be really good. But you are going through a really plutonic sort of shift of energy. Um, they're telling they're saying to anchor the energies of transformation. Okay. So as you ground and anchor yourself, then these energies of transformation can really remove stagnant energies out of your life and bring you into alignment with what you want. And they're saying that this is happening very soon, actually. They're showing me like autumn leaves, like golden brown leaves. So something about the fall. Yes, and this message came through previously also. They say they want you to start living as lovingly and purposefully as possible. Start living fully, lovingly, and purposefully, living a full life, resonating true to yourself so that everything that is not aligned with you will fall away and let it clear out of your life. Okay. And that's the message that I have for Scorpio. Whew. I need to ground. And I'm losing my voice a little bit. And it's been an hour, so we're going to flip the timer. Okay. 1 minute. Okay. I gotta wrap this up because I gotta go. Okay, Sagittarius. Sagittarius, this is a lucky time for you. And also, okay, all right, okay. This is a lucky time for you. You are protected. Mm-hmm. Yeah. If there are people who you might be experiencing some evil eye, Sagittarius, like yeah, but it doesn't matter. They don't matter. That's so funny. Whenever I say that, I hear they're telling me they don't matter. They don't matter, okay? Yeah. You've been waiting for something for a long time. You feel like you have to fight for what you want. Everything's been a struggle. You've been waiting to get some help, for some ease, for something to open up. But it feels like instead of help, you just get handed more and more responsibility. You feel like it's an uphill battle. You have to fight for what you want, and you're waiting and waiting for your ships to come in, for the fruits of your labors, to sort of come to fruition. It's just not happening yet. That's frustrating. Yes, you've been feeling stagnant or stalled. You feel like your progress is stalled, especially in relation to a marriage, or somebody who you want that you could see yourself. Like if you want to move to that next level with somebody, you're hoping that somebody will ask you to marry them, or you want to sort of solidify something, take your relationship to the next level, make it official. Or something like that, and it's not moving forward, and you feel like you're doing all the work in the relationship. But this could be a little bit different for everybody, but it's something like that. Okay, Sagittarius, that's what I'm getting. They're telling me about the eclipse energy again, and they say this is going to happen. What you want is going to happen, is what I'm being told. But you're too attached. They need you to pull your energy back into yourself because your energy is too scattered. Your energy is all, out there, like doing too much. So they say pull your energy back into yourself and release your attachment. Something will happen within the next few weeks. I'm getting a song, actually. This is not a well-known song. This is a beautiful song. I think it's by, okay, no, I'm not even gonna remember his name, so I'm sorry. It's called Home, I think. There's a lot of songs called Home, but the lyrics say, our souls collide on a blade of grass. The wind is watching us laugh. Most days I feel unfocused. Then I found my home in you. I'm on my way back home. Now tell me why I can't. I'm on my way back home to you. That's beautiful. Yes. Okay. And then they're showing me the chariot right side up. So the stagnation is going to end. If somebody's at a distance and you're waiting for them to come and see you, they're going to come and see you. But in some sense, like your life is going to unstagnate. And okay. Venus has been retrograde and is now coming out of retrograde. So that may be part of why things are going to start moving. They want you to focus on what you have. Specifically, they want you to think about what would you miss more than anything. Okay. Like, be aware. Yeah, they want you, this message keeps coming through too. They want you to live your life as fully and as lovingly and as purposefully as possible and really think about what's important to you. And we have Santa Muerte coming through again. She came through for Scorpio. Her original name is Mictlacazahuatl. Okay, Mictlacazahuatl or Santa Muerte is coming through. She says that they are rebuilding, okay, your life. You are going to be rebuilding. If you have children, they are helping you to help your children. Like they want your children to see you living a life that is authentic. Um, they don't want you to live a life that you resent or that you live with regrets or that you're wishing away, thinking about the future. They want you, okay, if you don't have children, then you are aligning with, and if you don't have children, you want children, you're aligning with that. If you have children, then they want your children to see you living fully. That's what they want for you, for yourself also, to live fully, to show up fully, to live in the present moment, to live your values. They want your children to see you living passionately, not afraid to make mistakes. And if you don't have children, that could be your inner child. Like you need to see yourself living passionately, not afraid to make mistakes. Something could happen specifically tomorrow. They're showing me the Chariot card again. What about that? Okay. So something could happen tomorrow, but also something may happen within the next 4 months. Something could happen tomorrow that could develop, some sort of course of thing that unfolds gradually or in some way over the next 4 months. They're showing me dendritic agate. I'm actually wearing dendritic agate. Okay, so Sagittarius, for you, they're showing me dendritic agate. This is a stone that helps you connect with feelings of abundance, and it helps to heal the feeling of lack, okay? So it helps you heal and alchemize feelings of lack and feel a sense of abundance. So you can get some dendritic agate. There's a breakthrough coming through. Something that you've been fighting for, okay? So something that you've been fighting for that you feel like it's been an uphill struggle. There's going to be a massive change, specifically in your relationship. Your feelings are reciprocated. Someone could bring you flowers. Even though it seems impossible, this is what they're telling me. Even though it seems impossible, you can do it. Even though it feels hard, even though it seems impossible at this moment, you can do it. You can do it. They're saying, do not worry, watch it unfold. Okay, and that's the message that I have for you, Sagittarius. Thank you. Okay, and let's see, we're good. Okay. Capricorn. Capricorn. You have a lot of clarity. You have, yes, your energies are really concentrated right now. Your energies are very concentrated right now. You've come to terms with things in the past. You have a lot more peace about the past than you have ever had. And you know what you want now. You now know what you want. You feel very grounded. You're really strong right now, Capricorn. That's what I'm getting. You're really strong. You're stronger than you've ever been. That's what I'm being told. Stronger than you've ever been now. And you are poised. You are poised to receive, amplify. You're ready to amplify. Amplify what? Okay, yes, there's an end of confusion and delusion where you may have felt you weren't sure. Yes, your aura is coming into that alignment that is just like on fire, and people notice you and you sparkle and you're magnetic because you are cutting through illusion and confusion. You are focused. You still have concerns though, you still have worries. Yeah, you still have anxiety. Because it's time to let go of something and start a new chapter, and you're sad about having to let go of something. Okay. Yeah, so that's still really stressing you out. If somebody's leaving, or if you have to leave somebody, or some important chapter of your life is ending, that's sad. Okay, I have Mercury coming through. Mercury is coming through. Mercury says you don't need to work so hard to make money. Okay. You are going to be recognized, or you are going to be successful. They are guiding you to look at your human design. Okay. They suggest that you look at your human design. That might help you to understand how best to use. Yes, that's confirmation. That might help you to understand how best to use your energy. They're letting you know that there's so much incredible love and warmth and just love. Yeah, high vibration surrounding you and embracing you at this time. You're on a journey. They want you to fall in love with the adventure of the journey, to have more curiosity about it, to appreciate the journey and not miss out on the journey itself and the process of the journey as opposed to the destination. They're showing me Moonstone for you, Capricorn, which is interesting because Moonstone is usually associated with Cancer, which is your opposite sign. Yeah, but they're showing me Moonstone for you. And one moment, I'm going to get my Moonstones. Okay, these are various Moonstone bracelets that I have. So Moonstone comes in colors of white, ivory, cream, peach, and gray and dark gray, which is called Black Moonstone, but it's dark gray. Okay, I don't have any of that right now. So they're guiding you that Moonstone can be really helpful to you at this time. Okay, and Queen Mob, the Queen of the Fairies, is coming through. They'd say that something that you had given up on, actually, you need to go back into. Yeah, they say that something that to reconsider something that you'd given up on, that you may just need to try again. That you may need to forgive somebody or just show more affection to someone. And then they say that something will happen within the next few days. There's going to be a total change. A relationship may actually be ending for some of you. Or it's possible that a third party situation may be ending for if that resonates. Yeah, they're showing me that Pluto energy again. They're saying there may be tests and challenges of an intense or extreme nature. These things may trigger your darkest feelings, or bring to light bad habits, or trigger reactions that you feel uncomfortable within yourself. However, this is being brought up or brought forward to help free you of bad habits, obsessions, or compulsions. This is intended to lead you to a positive transformation in your relationships with more love and more expression of love and more free love. Okay, and Lakshmi is coming through, the goddess Lakshmi. She says at first, right now in this moment, that you are being guided to do nothing. Do not take any action. Okay. And we have Bride coming through, or Brigid. She wants you to exercise restraint or caution at this time. Wait until you feel relief, clarity, and understanding, which may come through within the next few days. Okay. That yes, and Queen Mob is still here. Yeah, they want you to release your worry, or if you are still worried and you're processing and alchemizing that feeling, do not act out of that place. Wait until you feel relief understanding and clarity. Also, the seasons of life, the cycles of life and threads of fate are being worked in your favor. But they are guiding you to come back to something that you were thinking of giving up on or thinking of releasing or that you had released, that they want you to go back and take a second look at something. Also, again, if there's housing issues with this group, they are bringing you in alignment with a house, a certain kind of house that you want, or they are bringing you into alignment with a relationship in which you two will take care of each other. And they want you to be open to this idea that you can be in a relationship where you both take care of each other. Yeah. So something needs to be released and something is going to come back, Capricorn. They say, I stop holding on to pain that isn't even mine. Someone else is disappointed in my decisions. I don't worry about it. If someone misses me, I let them bridge the gap. I am focused on all of the joy in this moment and how there's always more and more joy coming. Okay, and that's what I have for Capricorn. Thank you for watching. All right. Okay, Aquarius. Wow, we had one fall on the floor. That's extra. Aquarius, are you extra today? Okay. Okay. Aquarius, you are ready to tell someone the truth. I can hear you say, no, I'm not. Okay, well, you're almost ready. You're being brought into alignment with that. Mhm. More hope, joy. Okay, you are naturally a very optimistic person, Aquarius. You may have begun to wonder if your optimism was ill-placed or unfounded. It's not, and they want you to reconnect with the power that you have to create. Like, what are you here to do? What were you here to do? Okay. Your optimism is not misplaced. That is the big message they're telling me. And that it relates to a lot of things, Aquarius. That is foundational for you. They want you to not give up your faith. Don't give up faith. Yeah, okay. So sudden changes coming in. You may receive information or even a message. Lots of energy here. Yes, it's an opportunity for something or something that manifests in the material. Something that you may have thought wasn't going to happen, but it happens. It's something that you may have thought was too good to be true. You're going to be really happy with this. Yes, it could be an apology or a message. It's a message. Yes, this is a message. Yeah, something that you had avoided or somebody had avoided this. Somebody may have been being avoidant or somebody was hiding their feelings. This person is coming back or is coming in or something like that. Okay, and we're going to channel for Aquarius. Okay, I'm getting something about school. Okay, some of you may have met this person at school or may have known this person at school, or they also may be guiding you to go back to school. If that's something that you've been thinking about, then that's confirmation. They want you to focus on what you have control of, like your work, your decisions, your discipline, so that you will not be disappointed when you focus on what you have control of. They're showing me something about your housing situation. They want, if you are in a process, okay, or if you are going to be coming into a process of choosing roommates, or deciding where you want to live, they want you to think about that you need to surround yourself with people who are empathetic and good listeners, and take your time making these decisions over the course of the next few weeks. They want you to think about how you communicate with people, and not just your verbal communication and not just your words, but how your body language is communicating things to the people that you are talking to. Yes, so when you're talking with people, they're constantly and automatically scanning your body language for cues about whether they are safe and loved and appreciated and that sort of thing. And also that it's normal to mess up, okay? But it's just about being conscious about how you are showing up as a listener. That's interesting. That sort of came up with a previous with Leo, I think. Yes, and you are the opposite sign of Leo. So Leo and Aquarius are complementary pairs. That doesn't mean that you need to be with a Leo. That's not what that means. It just means that these are opposite signs that complement each other. So they got a similar message that you need to think about being a good listener, and how you communicate, but not just in your words, but in your body language and how you are communicating with your body language, also your expressions, okay? They are aligning you with true love. For some of you, this is not going to be for a while and will involve having to move, okay? But that's not for everybody watching this. For some of you, yes, you may need to move to align with this. For some of you, financial help is coming in. They're saying, let everything happen to you. Let everything happen to you. Some of it will be good and some of it will seem bad, and just keep going because nothing is final. They're reminding you to focus most on your healing at this time. And also, for some of you, you need to focus on doing an exercise routine. That's just if it resonates with you, okay? But focusing on your healing, both spiritual, emotional, and physical. And anywhere that you feel like you don't fit in, you can shift your energy and make the world realign with you, okay? There's nowhere that you don't fit in. Well, don't take that literally, but the point is, if it resonates with you, but it doesn't feel like you're in alignment with it, you can shift. Does that make sense? That's what I'm trying to say. Yes, okay. They want you to stop. I don't know how to explain this. They say stop hanging on because you're safe. Stop hanging on. You can be radiant. Yes. You can be radiant. Your aura can suffuse the whole room like a flame or like a star. Okay. But you have to stop hanging on. They're preparing you to be able to have really hard conversations that will catalyze and move you forward, but you need to think about how you're showing up for this kind of conversation so that you can align with being able to have that conversation. They want you to breathe. They want you to remember to breathe, and the universe is taking care of everything. They want you, yeah, again, they're asking you to take a look at your human design, or think about how different people show up with different energy profiles and different energy strategies, okay? So you're not projecting, you're not expecting others to be the same as you or show up the same way as you. They're also showing you that you need to be aware that not everybody has the same purity of heart as you do. So there are people potentially in your field who are tricksters, who are deceptive, who have agendas. Okay, I have Ganesha coming through. Was I getting some evil eye for you? Yeah. You may want to wear like an evil eye bead like this. That's a Nazar bead that wards off the evil eye, okay? Yeah. So, yeah, again, something is being removed out of your life and you're coming into a time of success. You have a secret admirer, somebody thinking about you. They want you to hold the energy They want you to maintain a standard that any relationship that you choose to engage in, you need to feel an overwhelming amount of happiness and support, that you do not feel and do not tolerate an imbalance in love or care because your storm is over. Okay, so that you're holding that standard for relationships. You're not attracting anything that does not meet that. Okay, and the fate goddesses are coming through. They're saying that there may be people in your life who love you, but not in a way that you can be in a relationship with them. Okay, because so when we're letting people go, sometimes with love, we let them go even though they may love us because they're not prepared to love us in a way that is healthy for us. And that you have to trust that there's a love for you that is going to be in alignment with you, that's going to feel good, that's going to be healthy, and that there's always more love. There, this person who's coming in for you is going to be very sweet, darling. You're going to call them angel. Yeah. Somebody's being removed from your life, though, and somebody is apologizing. They've been working with you for years to become more clear and disciplined on what you actually want. And so these things that you've been working on for years, some of this may come in within the next 4 months, is what I'm getting. And there was a lesson in all of this. And it was about letting go, and it was about transformation and rebirth and breaking through stagnant energies and healing sort of like a spiritual scar tissue, as it were, like breaking through stagnant energies that were created from sadness or trauma. Yes, you have a secret admirer. Somebody is watching you, Aquarius, and they're showing me that moonstone again. Okay, we had moonstone for Capricorn, and they're showing me moonstone again for you. Okay. Yeah. Yeah. Okay. Somebody is watching you. This person could be a sign of Cancer, actually. Okay. Somebody from your past may want to start over again, but only start over with them if they've really changed. They want you to focus on what you are consuming and your daily routines and habits and your communication style. They say your life is being brought into divine order. Yeah. So your life is being transformed. Things are being cleared out and new things coming in. They say we are rooting for you. We love you. Oh, you're being guided to Yeah, you're being guided to a beautiful place in your life. They're saying we're not going to leave you alone in the darkness. You were being guided. Okay, so you can have faith in the changes that are happening. And they also want you to trust in your intuition. And then also, again, for some of you, there is a message either to stay in school. If you were thinking of dropping out, they're guiding you to stay in school. And for some of you, they're guiding you to go back to school if you were thinking of doing that. Okay. And that's the message for you, Aquarius. Okay. And last but never least, Pisces. Pisces, you've developed a lot of peace. You're working on your physical healing, and you're much more clear on what you want. And that clarity is, that's interesting. A lot of the same crystals have been coming out. Okay. For all of the signs. Yeah, you've developed a lot more peace and clarity and understanding, confirmation. You're working on grounding yourself, grounding your energies, especially your physical energies. You're working on your health, and your aura is really bright right now. Yes, and your power of manifestation is really bright right now. You are attracting in your wishes, your intention. Oh, that's too many. Okay. For some of you, a third party situation may be ending, or a friendship may be ending. It's been something that you've been trying to work out for a while, but they want only reciprocal relationships in your life. Okay, so you've been working with somebody for a while, or you've been working with a situation for a while. It's interesting. I heard they have no more patience for it. There's no more patience for it. Okay, something is ending. Yeah. Um, you may not realize how much somebody admires you, or you may not realize how attractive you are at this time. You may not realize how many options you have. You may have stayed in a situation, or you may have, I heard suffered fools. That's funny. You may have been putting up with people. You're not really aware of how great you are, Pisces, and how there is much better. They want better for you. You may receive a message that you're not expecting. Yeah, this may be something from the past that's coming back. If not, then it is a result of all of the work that you've done on yourself and all of the clarity that you've achieved. And this is going to be somebody who's really loving and supportive. Somebody is going to tell you that they love you, but not immediately. Yeah, they're not going to make that. Oh, they're not going to come like straight out with it. Now, this, for some of you, this is definitely somebody coming back. It's either an ex or a missed connection, like a missed opportunity that never got off the ground. Um, but some of you are letting somebody go. So for some of you, you have somebody coming back. For some of you, basically your relationship situation is oh, I can't think of the word that I wanted to say. It's re something. It's being adjusted. Yeah, for many of you, a third party, if there's a third party situation that's ending. Yeah, you're in a time of change, definitely change, and a new beginning is coming in. Okay, and it's time to channel. Okay. Okay. Okay, channel for Pisces placements. Yeah. You had okay, so definitely there is a relationship that is ending for some. This may not even be your relationship, but yeah, could be somebody else's relationship is ending. Okay, we have the Morrigan coming through. That's a Celtic goddess. She's a Celtic goddess. Yeah, something's ending. Something is ending, but it's going to bring you more freedom. They're trying to create, okay. They're trying to create a life which is more supportive of your natural strengths and limitations, a life which is supportive of your health and well-being, with the best friends and partner for you. So for some of you, this is a friendship actually that's ending. Okay. They want you surrounded by people who accept you without judgment. They also are bringing you into a life that is very calm and soothing, more calm and soothing. You may have had a lot of conflict. For some of you, you're being brought into alignment with a job which really suits your skills and needs. Basically, they're realigning you depending on what your situation is. This will be a little bit different for everybody, but they're realigning you with people, jobs, friends, situations, and a partnership which will really be supportive of you and your needs. Yeah, breaking through stagnant energy and healing. So okay, I had to say this to Libra too, so I apologize in advance, but I love you, Pisces, but you're wrong about something. So you're going to come to an understanding that you were wrong about something. Based on evidence, you will realize that you need to rethink something. And this is something that's been a long time coming. So they're also saying take your time with this. Some of you may need to rethink how you think about marriage. Okay, I'm just going to leave that at that. They also want you to know that you are not lost. Stop abandoning yourself. Stop repeating this story about how love and success will either land in your lap or evade you forever. Okay, because you are on a path that is unfolding, and there's a lot more happening than what you realize is happening. That message came through for somebody else too. Okay, the crystal that they're showing me for you is thulite, which is for peace, protection, spiritual protection, calming the mind, dispelling negative energies, healing, helping you to let go of people and helping you to grieve people who are lost. One moment, I'm going to grab my thulite. Okay, this is thulite. This is actually a glass bead heart that I added because I didn't have quite enough beads for a bracelet. But this is my thulite. It's actually more pink than what shows up on my screen. Yeah. Okay. But you can get yourself some thulite. You could get yourself a piece of thulite. Yeah. This message came through for somebody else either, but they're telling me you're worth being brave. You're worth being brave. Trust the universe. The wait is over. Something amazing is coming. Yeah, you don't realize there's more, you don't realize what's happening. You're not really aware of what's happening, which is really funny. That's sounds like Pisces, not really totally aware. It's funny, Pisces. You're so aware of what's happening, like in the subtle realms, like in subtle energies. And that's why Pisceans can be such space cadets, like when it comes to what's actually literally happening around you, like in the 3D. Because your head is in the clouds. Sorry. Yeah, I can say that because I'm a Pisces. You're coming into a very lucky time, Pisces. You are lucky at this time. They're saying you have been through enough. You have been through enough. Oh my God. They're bringing you such a sweet and tender love. That's what I see. I see forehead kisses. They want you to meditate. Okay. They want you to spend some time meditating, focus on your breath, focus on feeling the energy around you. Okay. But it's not just about being way up in your head with those ethereal energies, it's about grounding into your body. Feel the floor or ground beneath you. Feel your breath move through your body. You need to ground, my dear. Yes, I know that you want to stay protected. Yeah, but you need to ground into your body. You also need to come to peace with the limitations of your body at this time. Be grateful for your body regardless of what it looks like and regardless of whatever limitations you may be dealing with at this time. Thank your body for surviving everything that it's been through up to this point, and know that you are enough and your body is enough. Yeah, and be open to receiving. You are really loved, Pisces. They're telling me about all of the positive traits that you have and how you're not really aware of your positive traits. They're saying that you're very creative, that you have an excellent memory in some way. They're saying that you're very straightforward, direct, and honest, that you have a strong sense of justice. They're telling me that you're very decisive. You may not relate with all of these, but this is what I'm being told. They're telling me like all these different traits that you have that are really beautiful and how you don't realize how wonderful you are. They're telling me that you're non-judgmental, that you're very authentic, that you're compassionate, you're forgiving, you're passionate, you're hyper-focused on things that you love. You're a reliable friend. You are there for your friend. You're a good friend. Um, Yeah, but you have a lot of deep sadness, and there's something that you need to grieve. Yeah. When you're avoiding your grief and you're sort of like pushing that away, that's very ungrounding. And the further your thoughts are from who you really are and what you really want and what's actually happening in your body and your energy space, okay, the further your present current thoughts are from who you really are, then the worse that you will feel and your vibration will be off. Do you understand? They want you to fight for yourself, Pisces. Mhm. They want you to listen to your intuition. Okay. And they say it doesn't really matter what you're thinking. What matters is your awareness. And are you sort of walking towards something in a vibrational sense? Are you moving towards something that matches who you are? Okay, so that as you move in that direction, it feels like an improvement. Vibrationally, it feels like an improvement. And that you're embracing the small victories, the tiny triumphs. They're moving you towards possibly a soulmate, confirmation. They're working on alleviating the stressful situation. Okay, and they're showing me labradorite for you. So one moment, I'm gonna go get my labradorite. That's labradorite. Beautiful. Okay, you might want to get some labradorite. This is falling everywhere. There we go. Labradorite. Anything else for Pisces? Oh, labradorite is supposed to increase manifestation and especially your psychic and spiritual powers. They're saying that you need to worry less about what other people think. You deserve comfort and love, Pisces. Yeah. If you're ready to let go of the past, there will be a new beginning for you. That's what I'm being told. Mercury is coming through for you. Mercury says, oh my God, this is really sweet. Okay. Mercury says, thank you for living up to the spirit that is in you. Okay. And the horned god is coming through, sometimes called Cernunnos. Okay. Pernunos says that you need to stay soft with yourself, stay warm and soft. You've been too hard on yourself. Your heart is very tired, Pisces. Do not despair. You have a choice. You may feel that you do not have a choice, but you have a choice. You are at a crossroads. This is what the horned god is saying. You are at a crossroads, and this is your opportunity to make the most important decision that you will ever make. Are you going to let go of your past? Who are you now? And they're showing me blue Peruvian opal. Okay, one moment. Oh, I have it right here. Okay, yes. They're showing me blue Peruvian opal with the black tourmaline in it, like this. Okay, which is a stone of communication, but also happiness and other things that I forget at this time, but I'm running out of time, so I have to hurry up. And yes, the Cernunnos, the horned god, is coming through. Something about justice. Can you explain to me what about justice? I don't understand this. I'm sorry. All of me loves all of you. Okay, that song may be important. There's a song by John Legend, All of Me Loves All of You. I don't know. What does that mean? Justice. Okay. All right. Something about the next 5 years. Okay. Or the next 4 years. Okay, you may be coming into alignment with a divine counterpart over the next 4 or 5 years. You need to release the need to blame yourself. Okay, you need to forgive yourself. You need to release the need to punish yourself so that you can have better things. Okay, and here's some points also that they're telling me for you. You need to keep your relationships healthy. Don't be petty. It's not in your nature to be petty, but sometimes, you can get a little snarky. You need to respond to people with peace. Keep peace and respect at the forefront of your relationships. Spend time with people who you actually like and who actually like you, instead of just hanging out with whoever, okay? Actually intentionally choose to hang out with people whom you like and who like you. It's important for you to have fun with people and to base your relationships on in-person contact with people who are with you in person, okay? If there's somebody that you need to talk to, then you need to talk to them in person, okay? They want you to avoid, texting and that kind of thing. Or don't make relationship decisions based on texting, text message conversations, YouTube readings, et cetera, et cetera, et cetera. They want you to focus on in-person contact with people whom you like, who like you too, okay? And also talking to people on the phone, again, not the texting. This is the message that I'm being given for you. Talking on the phone or in person. Yes, that's confirmation. That's double confirmation. Yes, yes, yes. And then again, this is repeated. They said this before. You are not lost. Stop abandoning yourself. Stop repeating a story about love and success that may land in your lap or evade you forever. You are on the path that's unfolding right now, currently. Okay, don't expect abusive family members to apologize or make amends. They probably blame you, and they will blame you if you attempt to hold them accountable, okay? That you cannot reconcile or you cannot make amends with certain people. You can't, yeah, and it's not on you either because it wasn't you, it was them. So you need to let those people go. Don't care what they think. They're not going to think well of you anyway. Just let it go. Just let them go. Yeah, something's manifesting. I see this upright. This is manifesting. Okay. Something about, yeah, healing. Okay. There's going to come a time when it's time to take action and make changes, and that may be sooner than you expect because something is changing in your life. Yes, you'll know when the time is right. Okay. You're being brought into alignment with somebody who you will spend the rest of your life with. Something is ending, and then there's something is beginning. Lakshmi is coming through, the goddess Lakshmi. Okay. She says she wants you to release the pressure to choose just one passion or stick with one linear path. She wants you to release the tendency to treat your own desires as unimportant. She wants you to release the tendency to shrink your power and passion because you're afraid that you are being too much. She wants you to release the need to walk somebody else's path and do things the way that other people have done them. She wants you to release the belief that you have to chase after things or force opportunities, okay? If you feel like you have to chase somebody or force an opportunity, just let it go. She wants you to release the habit of talking yourself out of things that you really know are true and talking yourself out of things that you really, truly want. She wants you to allow into your life passion, power, magnetism, deep satisfaction, trust, people you can trust, and days full of projects and people that light you all the way up. Okay, and this is the third time that they're giving this message. That's crazy. You are not lost. You are here. Stop abandoning yourself. Stop repeating the story about love and success that will land in your lap or evade you forever. We're going to stop on that note, Pisces. Okay, thank you, Pisces. That is your message. We're going to do one closing message for the general. Wow, I have a lot of tension in my upper back. That was like a lot. And I really want to get going. I'm going to go to the festival. Yes, but this is a really important message that needed to come through. And sometimes these things, they take the time that they take. Okay, thank you. I have so many bracelets, you guys. Like, this is like such a small fraction of them. Okay. Okay, being guided to go back to divine guidance. On the bottom of the deck, we have peace. Beautiful. Discipline. Yeah. For a lot of you, I was shown, yes, confirmation. For a lot of you, I was shown that there is a lot of work of grounding because these powerful energies of transformation and rebirth and change that are coming through your life need to be grounded, and they can be grounded through your physical body, and you can ground them through focusing on what you are consuming in your body. Are you nourishing your body with the things that it needs? And are you listening to your body and giving it what it needs, taking care of it? And for some of you, that can involve a nourishing exercise routine when that's appropriate. Okay, so that's something that's really coming through. That's a way to ground the energies, also a meditative practice. Okay, for some of you, for a lot of you, you have a new romance that's coming in. Somebody may ask you out on a date. Sorry, I had an itch in my eye. Okay, somebody may ask you out on a date. Somebody may confess that they have a crush on you. This is somebody that you may have been connecting with through music. For some of you, you may have been getting messages from this person's higher self, or from your higher self, or from the universe, or however that works, through song lyrics, and music. But also they want you to ground into your body and ground into your physical senses as a way to ground these powerful energies that are coming through. That's all I'm getting for that. Okay, thank you. Oh, okay. Last messages for the collective. There's more competition than you realize, but they also don't want you to worry about it. There may be people around you who are against you and you're not even fully aware of it, but they don't want you to worry about it. It doesn't matter. They literally don't matter. Okay. Some of you may feel poor or lost right now, left out in the cold. They don't want you to focus on that. No, that's going to change suddenly. Yeah, it's pretty much just you're worried. How to say this? It's almost like you're worried over nothing. I don't want to be minimizing. You're not worried over nothing, okay? But they're saying to don't focus on it. Don't give validity to your worries. Don't identify with this sense of lack or being stuck. You are not in lack and you are not stuck. Basically, that's what they're saying. Don't pay so much mind to your current circumstances because that's not where you're going. What is coming in for you, for many of you, may be unexpected and may not look like what you expected it to look like per se. Okay, so be open-minded. Be open-minded and be grounded. Yes, there's something for many of you, there's something that you are not currently yet understanding, even though I did see a lot of you in a lot of clarity. There's further clarity coming through. Things that are falling apart and leaving your life are so that you can have greater happiness, greater stability, better love, just a better overall life in every sense, more love and abundance in every sense. For those of you who are single, they are bringing you into alignment with a partnership. And for some of you, yeah, I hate to say this, but for some of you, there can be divorce or breakups happening. So if somebody's leaving your life, let them go. Okay. Again, there may be things happening that you're not aware of. Trust the changes. Some of you are being moved. It's something that's been slow moving for a long time. If it's been very slow moving, it's because you're not letting go of things. So you need to let things go. And that's okay too. I heard that too. It's okay if you weren't ready to let things go before. It can be difficult to let things go. But sometimes you need to sort of pull off the Band-Aid. Yes, you're being brought into alignment with, literally angels are bringing you into alignment with your divine partner. Okay. And that's the message that I'm getting. Thank you so much for watching, you guys. I hope that you guys have a beautiful day, a beautiful week ahead of you, whenever you're watching this. And stay centered, stay, in faith with the things that are dear to you, that you believe in, and stay focused on what you want. And good luck with everything. Bye, guys.